But right now, we've got a good friend, Christian Waldo, who's here manning and helping run everything at the event here at Rowdy's. Shout out to Rowdy's for having us. They were super nice and giving us electricity to
we definitely needed it
to have the show. So, but how you doing, Christian?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you guys being here again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Had a great time last time, so.
Yeah, and your boys hooked us up with some lighting tonight too.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
Justin over at iPro is like, I don't know that he's helping us. I mean, like, maybe you, but like, we're not much to look at.
Nah.
It's like,
it is what it is, man.
He put light on ugly things and
accentuate the ugly.
I've seen a few museum exhibits like that. They were well attended.
Oh, wow.
True. It's true. People will come far and wide to see weird.
They will, yeah. So let's hope for that.
Yeah,
there we go,
far and
man.
wide. So what all we got going on tonight?
Yeah, so we got the Contractor Networking event, third Thursday every month at Rowdy's here. So tonight is it's just that, contractor networking. And, my partner Christian Scott's going to jump on here in just a second. But he, a little backstory to the Contractor Network. It's actually a Facebook group. It's got about 46,000 members all across the Houston area, North Houston, South Houston, surrounding. Christian started that from scratch. He's a contractor himself and grew it organically. Tons of great members in there. And, I saw a lot of potential to do some networking events. We did some events together back in the day with Biz Connection. And so we, I reached out to Christian and said, hey, man, let's take this thing up. Yeah, let's take it to the next level. And, had a little experience with throwing some events. Got the Crawfish Critic event, shout out, coming out April 14th and 15th this year. And so I've thrown this will be our fourth one of those. And, between that and the Biz Connection events, I felt like we could do something. And so we had our last event was it last month?
Yeah, it was last month.
Yeah, early December, I believe, and then went through the holidays, and now we're here on the second one. Couldn't be happier. But that group has done a lot for the people in the area, man. Contractors, GCs connecting with subs, and subs connecting with homeowners to get stuff done.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's been amazing. And so now to bring it full circle to a networking event, actually start meeting the people that you're networking with in the page, it's a really cool thing. And so that's kind of what we're doing here tonight.
I dig it, man. I one of the reasons I love events like this is because if you've ever worked with a contractor of any sort, you know that if they've been in business for any amount of time, they don't hang out with losers.
Right.
And like I don't mean that to be like derogatory towards anybody, but like you're going to find good people to work with when you hang out with people that you know and who have treated you right in the past. And so I love events like this because even if somebody comes in that's kind of shady, right? I mean, my friends who I've done business with will go like, hey man, stay away from that guy,
right? Or
stay away from that gal, or like, hey, that person will do a good job for you, or
right.
that gal will get it done. And like that's why you show up, man, because you can't get that kind of information just searching Facebook
or Google or anything like that. Yeah, you're right. You go to Google. Everybody dresses their website up to be professional. You know, and you do have the Google reviews you can go off of.
I beg to pardon. No, not everybody dresses their website up to look great.
As far as putting their own client reviews on it, and all that stuff. But and I actually I tell people, even when you meet somebody at an event like this, even when you still got your due diligence that you've got to do, but one of the most important ways of doing due diligence is recommendations and referrals. If I know that a lot of people have worked with this person before, there's a really good chance that, and if he's out there and he's busting his butt every day to build a name and reputation for himself, he doesn't want to ruin that, or she. We got some women contractors here tonight as well. And so it's just a great way to vet is word of mouth. I think it's before the internet even this year. So
I will tell you a weird stat that we've learned in the show is overwhelmingly, like our most downloaded episodes are when we have female guests.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we actually do have quite a few females who are contractors on the show. So I mean, shout out to the ladies out there. I mean, like if you want to like get some exposure, like come on the show. Like,
absolutely.
Your content just tends to do better on our platform for whatever reason. I think part of it is most of them are better at generating activity through social media.
Yes,
You know,
I agree with that 100%. Coming from Biz Connection to this group, I've noticed that there's not as many females in the Contractor Network. Therefore, the Contractor Network Facebook page isn't as
active, or
no, it's very active. Where the most activity comes from, and I actually started tracking this recently.
Okay.
So I have a virtual assistant that now runs the group, and these events, the sponsorships from these events is what pays them, right? We don't, the owners here don't take profits from these events. It stays in the bank account. It pays our employee. The employee makes sure all the spam stays out, but he also tracks every single deal or referral that goes through the group. So if someone posts, hey, I'm looking for someone who can build my fence, right? He grabs the link to that post, puts it in my spreadsheet and says fence, right? So I literally have data on every job that gets passed through the group. And I forgot I told him to do that. So I go to my spreadsheet, which, you know, I run a few different businesses, and this isn't the primary focus for me all the time. So, you know, I'm jumping into it. I open the spreadsheet and I go, holy cow. In the last 2 months, we had over 800 different
referrals and such.
Referrals. And
wow.
It's not even necessarily referrals. It's like, hey, I need this done. I need this concrete slab poured. I need this house remodeled. Hey, I'm an investor. I'm remodeling this house. I need a good GC to come in. Hey, I need landscaping, you know, just pest control, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? And it's the amount was overwhelming. I was like, holy cow, there's millions and millions of dollars being done every week in that group. I mean, think about it. You do an $80,000 remodel with contracting. When you say, I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying millions and millions of dollars, you know, and it was really eye-opening to me to see that. And that's one of the biggest things that the Contractor Network is focused on right now, is trying to expose the bad actors. The people that are bidding on these jobs super cheap, running away with down payments. We have cut back on that so much by having a complaint form on our website. So we don't, it's tough being in the situation of an admin for a group like that. For the simple fact is you have to be judge, jury, and executioner sometimes, right? And it's really tough when you have one side of the story. You know, oh, this guy screwed me over. Okay, well, you're not getting the whole side. So I don't allow people to blast in the group anymore. That was a big thing that people did. Oh, this guy did this. Now there's a complaint form and a due process that we go through just to eliminate that, because there's three sides to every story. There's their side, and the truth, right?
Yeah.
and so that's what we have to do as admin, is try and get as close to that truth as possible, which is not fun by any means, but it's necessary, you know, to be able to get the bad actors out, because there is so much money being done in these groups that, you know, it is our responsibility at the end of the day to try and eliminate as much bad business as possible. And we'll never get it all out of there, but if people are doing bad business, you know, they're going to get exposed at this point.
Well, and
so.
I'm sure, I mean, because we do have a lot of like business people and contractors who listen to the show. I assume that's pretty reassuring to them, because most guys, if you've been in business, you've been on like a Facebook group or something like that, and you've had people blast other people and like, whoa, this just got toxic really, really quick.
Right.
And I don't want to get, and then you kind of like are hesitant to even get involved, because like I may do everything right, and he still might be mad and just, you know, besmirch me anyway.
Right.
So, you know, I think it's really healthy to like, look, we're not going to do that. Here's the process, and we'll handle it.
And you're talking 46,000 people, right? Like that. We're not talking like a group with 1,000 people. Like once you get to that number, you're getting to a point where like something's got to give somewhere, and you got to take control somewhere. Otherwise, someone else will.
Absolutely.
Right? You know.
And it's been tough, you know, to try and sit there and think, okay, how can we accomplish this, you know? And I think we've done a really good job at it with the complaint side, but it's an ongoing process, you know, and I think that, you know, and more bad actors will continue to pop up, you know, you'll never purge them all, but that's why networking events like this are so important. A bad actor is not going to show his face here and come network with the people he's screwing over, right? And so, like,
and if they do, they won't last long.
Exactly right, you know,
not at a place called Rowdy's,
right? So these networking events are amazing for that, and you know. And we talked a lot in Biz Connection about collaboration over competition. And this is a great environment to start to collaborate with other contractors. There's, you know, Montgomery County and really Houston, some of the fastest growing, you know, areas in the country, you know, booming with development and construction. And, you know, so contractors just have so much opportunity in these areas. there's no need to look at it as competition. So you have general contractors who are sharing ideas, who are helping each other out, sharing subs when needed. Just so much collaboration also happens here to level up your mindset, and your network is your net worth, right? It's cliche.
Absolutely.
It's cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
And this is an amazing opportunity for people to come out and meet them. And I can't wait for you guys and the listeners to meet some of our sponsors, because the guys that are paying to be put in the spotlight, that they're not bad actors. Right. They want people to see them, and they're not spending their hard-earned money to do wrong. They're trying to get their name out there, build their reputation, and when that's really important to someone, they're going to go above and beyond, even if they have to lose money to make it right. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes they will. And so we have some amazing sponsors. So I just want to give a shout out real quick. And I think Chris Turner. We've known him since Biz Connection days, actually, when it was called Biz Connect. Chris, actually, I'll give you a funny story about Chris Turner. And he's with Southern Lux Home Innovations, who is doing some amazing things. When my partner and I, my old partner for Biz Connection, when we had our first networking event, we had 2 people show up. 2. The next one we had over 300. But the first one, which we ended up deciding to call it dinner. Right? So
it's a business dinner. You still wrote it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Turner was one of those 2 people. And it was, and I've known him, since then. I didn't know anything about him up until that point, him and his wife Lakin, but since then, great guys. Now they're actually our title sponsor here tonight, doing some amazing things. They partnered up with Jared Ville and his wife as well, started Southern Lux Home Innovations, and have absolutely been killing it. So if you're in the market for a barn dominium, those are your guys.
Beautiful work,
dude.
Too.
That is on my bucket list in the next. And I'm not even gonna call it a bucket list. That's my immediate goal in the next 1 to 2 years, is to get Chris Turner to build me an amazing barn dominium. And I said it to him earlier. I was like, and a badass Viking table for my whole family. I want that, man. And what they're doing is amazing, and the quality of work that they're doing is pretty awesome. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I've got to get out here and tend to these to all of our guests here. But I want to bring my partner, Christian Scott, on.
Sure.
Let him follow me up, and then we're going to get Chris Turner over here.
Cool.
And we've got about 6 or 7 other sponsors that we want you guys to talk with. Man. So thank you guys so much for being here. Hey, shout out to you guys, man. See y'all later.
All right. Man, it's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
So far, so good.
So far.